finish it off here. 3-2 count, 2 down. That one lifted high. Floyd drifting back, and she's going to wrap it up, and that's going to be the ball game. The Lady Rebels have punched their ticket to Sulphur, and the dash for Frye continues for Coach Allison Frye and those Lady Rebels. And Addalyn Burch has just been, Addalyn Burch came in number 23.
23, yep.
Came in with a 3.97 overall ERA, 1.57 in the month of April, and has lowered that. Added on 6 strikeouts tonight. And you're taking a look at our Quibitos player of the game right there in Addalyn Burch. So we're joined down in Sulphur by some of the Lady Rebels and head coach Allison Frye. Coach and ladies, welcome.
Hi. Hi.
So Coach Frye in the background there. We've got Madelyn Hall that's with us. And Madelyn, I don't think that ball has landed yet that you've hit the other night. And that's hammered. It's up, and it is back, and it is gone. 2-run bomb and a bat flip, and that one is out of here.
Hall with a bomb right there.
Monster shot, and Sicuro just said, look, she's throwing it outside. You hit it outside, and she did just that. Chuck, you got the way she hit. Look, she stomped. Third, too. That wasn't the furthest one that you've hit. You've hit one further than that. Is that about right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, sir, it is. Yeah, that was a shot. It certainly was. And of course, we've got Addalyn Burch that's with us, and we've got Cassidy Sicuro. Ladies, hello.
Hello.
Hey. All right, so you're down there in Sulphur. You made it to the semifinals and back. How's it going? I know you had a big send-off at the school.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a lot of fun. We're getting a lot of support from the community. These girls have worked hard all year, so it's exciting to see it paying off, and just goes to show how just dedication and continuing to push through adversity throughout the years really made them be able to be here this weekend.
It has done that. And looking back through the schedule, of course, you're playing John Curtis tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I believe that game is there. You played them back in March at 5 o'clock. Okay, well, I've got it wrong. I'll fix it on the ticker there that's down there. But you guys played them back in March, I believe, as well. Take me through that game.
We were a bit of a different team then. I watched that game a couple of times since, but we've made a bunch of adjustments since then. I think our girls have grown a lot since then. Like I said earlier, we had a bunch of adversity that we faced this year. It's just been really impressive how they've continued to fight every day at practice. They never really hung their heads. They knew that they had it, and then we just had to keep working and figuring it out. And we've done a lot of figuring out since then. So I think they're going to see a completely different team.
Addalyn, we'll build on that with you too. There has been some figuring out. Haven't allowed a run in the playoffs. Your defense has played solid behind you. But one thing that I was most impressed with was your location when you were pitching the other night against Tioga. It looked like you were able to hit the corner, the outside, the inside, move the pitch up or down. Take me through what's going on, where you're at pitching nowadays.
I don't know. I think I'm sure that is why I am so successful, because I am able to hit the corners. But I don't know. I've been working hard recently and trying to figure some things out.
Talk about that defense that played behind you the other night, too. It seemed like, of course, no errors in the game, and that's going to go a long way in not allowing runs.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And I don't strike out very many people as a pitcher, so a good defense is really what I need. And they do that.
They did. And you had, I think, 6 the other night in there, and they've had a good run of it here in the month of April. And that was one of the stats that Coach Frye was most happy about, was that ERA and the strikeouts here. But it's being able to locate it, too, and not get the ball out of the strike zone.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about when you see that offense just grind out. You had the big home run behind you, and then I think the one from Mallory, and then you had the one from Madelyn. What does that do confidence-wise on the mound?
It's way easier to pitch with a lead, 100%. Way less stressful. Way less stressful.
Cassidy, we'll talk to you too. Speed gets things going, and there's a lot of different types of hitters that are on here, but it just seems like you get that offense going.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of good. We have a really good offense, and it's like if I get on, I know somebody's going to come up behind me and do a good job. And even if I don't get on, I know somebody 1 through 9 is going to have my back before we get back.
Now, if I've researched Coach Frye, you're heading to McNeese, is that right?
Yes, sir.
What's that process been like for you?
It's been long. It's been tough, but it's just made everything a lot more worth it. It's just like all the hard work we put in over the last couple summers and the last few seasons really paid off. And, you get to go continue playing, get to do what my dream is. So it was just good and kind of like a hoorah, I guess, at the end.
Yeah. And it's good to have, I guess, that out from behind you too, and not have to worry about it. Coach Allison, there's been a lot of talent out of this Central Louisiana area that has moved on and went to that next level. Speak to the level of talent just in the Central Louisiana area.
Oh man, the amount of teams that we have around here that have been successful is crazy. I mean, when you sit back and think about it, the success around here has been huge, especially lately. So, I mean, it's really good to see. We get to compete against each other a lot and see each other in the falls and summers. But I think it's just competitive and it's good and nice to see, a lot of kids from Cenla being able to produce and go on playing the next level.
It also brings out great crowds. We saw a tremendous crowd the other night out at Ward 10. And you guys travel well. Your fan base, the city of Pineville, will certainly be down there supporting you. Ladies, what's it like playing in atmospheres like the one at Ward 10, but knowing what you're going to get into in Sulphur as well? Madelyn, we'll start with you.
So for me, I feel like the Tioga game was a starting point for what we're going to see in Sulphur. It allowed us to feel the atmosphere. I mean, Sulphur's going to be that atmosphere times 5 other fields, or way more than 5 other fields, many other fields, but it just let us kind of get that feeling of what it's actually going to feel like in Sulphur.
Very good preparation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about there. If you've not been down to Sulphur and watched the game, we'll say this to a lot of our viewers that are on here, you'll stand in the middle of all of those fields where all that screaming's going on. How hard is it to stay focused on your game when you hear screaming start out at one of those other fields?
We just have to take it pitch by pitch and just worry about what's going on. You have to just drown out the outside noise and just allow each pitch to determine what's going to happen the next pitch.
Cassidy, what do y'all say to some of the younger players that have not been in that atmosphere before but are going down to Sulphur for the first time?
You kind of just tell them it's like the best thing ever. It's like what you worked so hard all year for, but not to make it out to be a lot more than what it is. It's still a game. We still have to hit. We still have to score runs. It's the same game we've been playing, just intensified. So we just need to take it pitch by pitch and not let outside noise or the fear of messing up in front of all those people get to what we're doing on the field. We just need to stay true to ourselves and true to what we've been doing the whole year.
That's such a good answer. And Coach, I'll speak to you on this part of it too. When you ladies showed up at Ward 10 the other night, it just looked like you were going to work. There wasn't a lot of goofing around. There wasn't a lot of anything. It was getting out there, getting ready, and going to work. Is that kind of the atmosphere that you guys have created there?
I mean, I think, that game meant a lot to us, and we knew what we had to do. We knew the talent level that we were going to be facing and what we were going to have to do to be successful in that game. With the mishaps and stuff that we've had this year, we've done a lot of mentality stuff. We've hit softball from every single angle this year, trying to figure out what we can do to get to the level that we knew we could be at. And, I think the mental aspect of it all really helped us in that game. And that's something that we've worked on all year and something that we knew we had to get better at. And, I tell them, you can grow your mental game just like you can grow your offense, defensive game, whatever it is. It's just something you got to work on. And I think we've worked on that a lot, and it kind of showed at that game. Even with the younger players going out there, I was confident with what we were going to do from the beginning.
Look, you could see the confidence grow on a couple of the clips that we showed. We were able to focus in on you and the look that you had when you're giving 5 to Mallory and to Madelyn as they're coming around on the home runs. I mean, the look on your face just said a number of it.
Yeah. I mean, I trust my kids. That's what I tell them all the time. You're out there for a reason. You need to believe in yourself like I believe in you. And, your team's got your back. I've got your back. And, everybody's not going to have a perfect game. But, I'm confident 1 through 9. I'm excited every time any of them get up to bat. So, a lot of different things they can do, but lots of ways to get full runs.
We looked through that lineup as I was going through, and I've went back and watched that game a couple of times, and there's not a spot in the lineup that an opposing pitcher gets a batter or two off. Everybody is able to do something, whether they're hitting the ball out of the park, whether they're slapping it, whether they're advancing a runner, hitting behind a runner. Everything's fundamentally sound on that. Speak of that top to bottom lineup that you have.
We haven't talked much about our freshmen, and I really wanted to say something about that.
Right, yeah.
Because, we've got 2 freshmen playing in our lineup right now that have done absolutely phenomenal for us. Briley Burns and Kate Heron. Their mentality and the way they play the game is really impressive, very mature. So they've done a lot for us. The whole freshman class in general, I think is a big, part of our team. Everybody loves them. They're a great class, and they brought everybody together. So, that freshman class has been great. And I mean, they could really do great things. Even besides the 2 that are starting right now, there's many more that have done a lot of good things for us this year and are going to continue to in the future. But, with the lineup 1 through 9, Cass bats in the 1, and she has the most RBIs on our team. So that speaks to, the bottom of the lineup. Obviously, they're getting on. So
that's a comment that we made during the game the other night. You don't often see you may see your leadoff hitter leading in runs scored, but RBI, that's a rare stat where your leadoff hitter is doing that. So it does speak for it. And defensively, we saw Heron out in right field. I think 4 or 5 balls that ended innings came to her. Stevens in center field did such a great job. I mean, it was when the ball was they were positioned so well each and every time that and we talk you have to still go out and execute, and they did that. Briley at third did the same thing. I mean, it was just a solid defensive output.
Yeah, they're confident right now. We're peaking at the right time, and I think everybody's feeling good.
All right, so night before game, and again, we've heard the cliche, and I'll keep it, and I won't build any more into it than it needs to be. It's the next game up, but we're getting ready to pitch tomorrow. Is there any quirks that you have, anything routines that you have on a night before you know that you're going to pitch tomorrow?
Not really. I mean, get a good night's sleep.
Is it just baseball guys that are superstitious and softball players are not?
I'm pretty superstitious.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
I'm superstitious.
We wear like the same ribbons and stuff. But
yeah.
Like we have some, if you do bad, you throw them out. But
all of our coaches will be in different color shirts tomorrow. We'll look like I don't know what.
Because they're all superstitious.
See, so the coaches are, and you ladies look like you're just having fun out there and not worrying about any superstition. We talked to a lady that hit a ball probably a lot further than you did, that plays for LSUA, and she said she had macaroni and cheese for breakfast. I don't understand a lot of these things. Addalyn, you don't think that's something you want to do?
No, macaroni and cheese is not for me.
Well, ladies, I certainly appreciate you taking an opportunity out of your time in Sulphur to visit with us a little bit. Coach, we hope to talk to you one more time. Good luck out there tomorrow. Did we miss anything? Is there anything that you ladies would like to give a shout back out to? Anybody back at home?
Our parents
Yeah.
have made this so
yes.
special for us.
They're amazing. They did a great job today, sending us off and just getting us where we are today. I don't think we'd be here without our parents.
No, 100%. They made this experience so special, and I'm so thankful for them.
Well, you ladies go out there and make it special tomorrow and Saturday, and we're looking forward to it. And Coach, hope to